Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel. And today I would like to share about one exam which I recently appeared, and I would like to share my thoughts, what you can expect, and how you can prepare for exam easily. So I'm going to talk about AWS Data Analytics Specialty, which is the newer version of the previous exam named Big Data Specialty. One big difference I would like to quickly share that there is no DynamoDB coverage in this exam. In the previous exam, they were focused on the DynamoDB, but as we know now, database specialty exam available in the market. So AWS is now segregating the difference between the analytic services as well as the deep dive of databases. So I'm going to appear for database exam in coming weeks. So stay tuned and subscribe to the channel for more information when I will appear and what will be my view about that exam. So let's talk how you can prepare for data analytics specialty. So first of all, it is a specialty level and it is expected that you know about enterprise data warehouse as well as the ETL process. Those are the two things which will help you to understand the questions easily. Again, there is a 65 question, 180 minutes are allocated. Easy, I can say few questions which you can quickly, maybe in 20 to 30 seconds, quickly read and pick the answer, but don't expect that everything is easy. Even in those small questions there is some trick. It's all about, I feel, that reading properly and figuring out the difference of a single word. In few questions, like I also got confused, I mark it for review. So I, like, after completing a one round of going through each and every question, I started reviewing the questions which I flagged, and then I found the difference, like reading the options properly, and there is a one or max two word I see the difference which change the entire solution approach. So read it properly, take the time, don't push that, oh, you need to quickly read and click the options. But there is a difference there. You will find the catch while you will reading properly, and then it will give you the more surety and confident that you are selecting the right approach. Another thing I would like to highlight, I sit in the exam center. It's my personal preference, because specialty exam, I don't want that any kind of laziness came into picture, because there is lot of reading, and if sitting at home, you are not allowed to go in washroom, and it may happen some kind of a internet connectivity issue happen. So I prefer to sit in the exam center. I was expecting that they will allow some pen and paper, because when I sat for the professional solution architect level exam and a couple of other exams in center, so they gave the pen and paper. That is another reason which I was thinking, but they have not allowed any pen and paper, because it is always helpful if you can draw some architecture and maybe go through while thinking the scenario, and maybe put some options, and maybe it may happen some answers will be hidden in some other questions or some other questions options. So that is kind of a approach and trick I always try to do, to figure out that if any kind of option is maybe a valuable which can be answer for the another options. So that is what I'm trying to do. So feel free that if you are already experienced in AWS Analytics Service, you can easily prepare. One thing I can say that this is much easier than the big data specialty exam. Again, it depends upon a person to person and experience. So as my focus and my company giving me the opportunity to work on couple of analytics opportunities, so that's why I feel that I'm confident enough to sit for the exam, and that is why I scheduled in the mid of December, and I took almost a month to prepare for a couple of services, because Redshift is now much bigger, and couple of other services which is now much mature and involved in the exam. So let's go with the topic by topic. So let me start with the services from Kinesis. So don't expect Kinesis video stream. I don't see any option, any question around the video stream, but Kinesis data stream, firehose, and data analytics, that is coming in a mix and match, and for designing a solution. So you need to know Kinesis data analytics, how it is supported, and whether it can take a data from Kinesis data stream and Firehose, or all these nitty-gritty things you need to know. One tip I can say, you can bring the S3 in the Kinesis data analytics for referencing a data. So for sure you need to do the practice to know how that thing will work. And another thing, read the question properly. There will be again a catch: real time and near real time. So read it, and according to that start choosing your option. It may happen even in near real time, maybe Kinesis data stream will fit best, but read it properly and know the different scenarios that Kinesis Firehose, where it can directly dump that data, and Lambda is supported to do maybe some quick transformation, but Lambda come with its own limitation. So know little bit about all those things, and where the DynamoDB, again as I mentioned, the DynamoDB specific question is not coverage, but as a part of solution with Kinesis you need to know where the DynamoDB as well as fan out kind of options will work. So play with the Kinesis in your console, try to do some demo, try to do some testing. I'm going to share the content, how you can prepare and practice. There is a lot of what I can say proven content is available, and which I started following, and I feel it is building more and more confidence. Because one question I usually got, that how I can prepare, because maybe in my work I'm not getting the opportunity to work on each and every service. That is where some I can say the useful and proven content preparation material will come into picture. I'm going to share my screen in a couple of minutes. So let me cover the second topic, which is Glue, AWS Glue, which is serverless ETL service. It is, I can say, 50% of options or questions, or even more than that, if I remember it correctly. Like I was not expecting this much of Glue. I was expecting much and much of Redshift, but mix and match of even with Redshift questions, as well as with a couple of other what I can say S3 related questions, or how to do the ETL part, where the Glue will fit best. Really you need to study, you really need to know the use cases, and especially the what I can say how you can run the crawler, and how you can start the ETL job, and need to know that it support Python and Scala, or PySpark is also there. So prepare it from that. If it is asking for some other framework to use it, maybe try to figure out if some other option will fit best for the ETL. So that is where the Glue part you need to cover it properly. After that, I would like to talk about Redshift, which is my favorite services, which is my favorite service of AWS. So read it, know it in and out. You're gonna love it if you really understand. And I worked on a couple of projects to doing the migration from Oracle data warehouse to Redshift, which really built my own confidence, and I think that helped me to prepare for Redshift quickly, because when you do the real project you will get lot of if and buts kind of a question, that yes, why the things are failing and what will be the solution approach. And that helped me to quickly prepare to understand, yes, in this scenario this will fit best. But there is again lot of features, new features, and it is having a coverage from its administrator level, like doing the sizing, whether the classic resize work or elastic resize work, or doing the query what I say QMR, query monitoring rules. This is something new came into picture, and I was when I was started preparing, I came to know and I prepare for it. Or workload queue management, all those things are covered properly. So you really need to know, and obviously the basics of Redshift, you need to know where the distribution key as well as the sort key will work, and what are the difference of each and every distribution key, in which scenario it will fit best. You need to do the practice and practice and practice. And then next is Athena. Athena also get a good coverage in this exam, so you really need to know the best practices for Athena. I think Athena is kind of a service which will give a good score as well as a confidence, because there is not too much of things, but the trick will come into picture. So you really need to know the bit of best practices, how you need to design the table. Even Athena is following the schema on read mechanism, so know about it. And after that, QuickSight, which is, I can say, either it will give you really the right option, or you're gonna choose the wrong option, because it seems a small service coverage, but it is a valuable one. So know, prepare, play with QuickSight, know the difference between the standard edition as well as the enterprise edition, where how the connectivity integration with IAM or Active Directory, or maybe for doing the SSO using SAML, how and which edition it will work, as well as the different kind of visualization, like in which scenario maybe pie chart work, maybe heat map, maybe some geospatial, maybe something different kind of a visualization will work. So there can be, I believe, quick scoring, because if you really know, then I think the question reading and choosing the option will be under 30 seconds. That is where you will save time to spend on the other question in which either you have a doubt or not sure, or you really need to focus to think the approach. Because as it's a specialty exam, so expect questions will have 3 to 4 sentences, and in question keep remember to read the last thing properly, in which the actual question requirement is asked. Not every solution is cost effective. Keep remember, it is not always about the cost effective and the cheap solution, but maybe it's about the performance, it about the best requirement approach, the solution approach mechanism, or it may be the mix match cost and performance. So read it properly. According to that, you will start eliminating at least 1 or 2 options, and then you will have a chance of 50% choosing the right. So reading the question is much important than just randomly from the first line you start designing the solution. So take the reading properly. And then what I can say, the other topics are covering around security, and in this you need to know how the IAM and KMS work, because I believe it's a day-to-day things now if you are into the AWS world. So you will feel easy to handle it. And another thing which I was expecting on EMR, as I mentioned that Glue is having a coverage, so in some Glue questions you will see the EMR as an option, but again you need to know the scenario that it may happen the EMR will fit best, but Glue will not in that case. So know the EMR, know that what kind of frameworks it is supporting and how the infra is going to design. There are 3 kind of nodes, like a master, core and task node. You need to know the different characteristic of each and every node, and maybe the cost aspect, that in which case the spot instance will fit best, and how the entire architecture of EMR is. I will share the content around that which will help you to prepare about EMR. Overall, I feel it's a good exam, good coverage, but maybe my mode is now that if AWS start adding more and more labs, it will be much helpful, because MCQs, okay, reading, it's lot of reading, and maybe you will start feeling bored even after reading too much. But yes, you have a time of 180 minutes, so try to do that. And again, the registration cost for this exam is around $300, but if you have appeared for any other AWS exam, be it associate or be it any professional or specialty, you will have surely 50% discount coupon in your AWS training portal or the certification portal. So utilize that. I paid around the same $150 USD to register for this exam. So let me now share my screen to show about the resources, as well as I'm going to write a blog post, because there will be couple of links. You don't need to remember the links. I will drop the blog post link in the description. You follow the blog post, and I will put according to the different categories. So here is the home page. If you search about data specialty analytics, and here you will feel that the information it is expected. You can download the exam guide and sample questions, and all those information is available. So this is the exam guide which is showing like minimum of 5-year experience, at least 2 years. So really make sure you know the things. Passing an exam will not give any extra value unless you really don't know how you are going to do the solution approach and present it to your customers, whether you are in a consulting role or doing the dirty hands-on job role. You really need to know. For freshers, I don't suggest to sit for this exam. Again, passing exam is not a big thing, anyone can do, but knowing the solution, knowing the approach, maybe if you really know, or you are working on a big data side of solutions and projects, then you can take. But if you are coming from a programming background and you are just entering to the AWS world and you want to do a certification, I feel that this is not your choice at a first glance. Maybe figure out some other certification. I have couple of videos about covering the different certification on my channel, so please have a look, and according to that you can prepare. So this is the exam guide, and sample question is given. So you can see when the sample question, these are the lengthy and having a 4 to 5 sentences. So keep remember to read, do the practice, and try to go through these sample question. It will help you to build. Again, don't try to find any dumps and all these nasty stuff, that will not help. Only, again, as I mentioned, passing exam is not a big deal, but actually doing the things, that is the most important. So let's start that what kind of content you can utilize. I am a fan of mix match, that okay, the video course training as well as reading. Again, depend upon a person to person choice. I suggest try to do the search, and AWS Big Data blog is awesome. For each and every service, just try to search about its best practices and performance. You will find some of the AWS official blog covering lot of good information. And again, as I mentioned, I am going to write the blog post, so I will drop all those links in my blog post, so that it will be helpful for you to follow. And another thing is, only not about the performance and best practices, read some case studies. Case studies will help you to understand more and more that why this customer choosing this approach, and what will be the caveat, or what kind of customers are facing issue. So that will be helpful. So here I have put the another blog post because I like, and it really helped me to understand the things and designing my solution approach in the exam. So keep remember. And as you can see, for Athena is also here, and then for Glue is also here. So try to understand, try to find each and every service. Here you can see for the EMR I'm showing. So just spend some time. It is taking maybe 5 to 10 minutes, but if you know the basics, it may be much more quicker. It's a very good content. And then coming to, I have used Pluralsight, and they have this data path, the certification path for data analytics specialty. What I feel is, about this path, the courses are covering all the basic thing which is required for this certification. But Pluralsight is not only about this path, it is having a much more deeper content. Again, I will drop the links. I have followed the 2 different courses for Redshift, which is really, I can say, the awesome and very deeply covering advanced, basic to advanced level, that how the copy command work and how the manifest using copy command is going to work for the multiple files. Really awesome. And I suggest for Athena, deep dive is there. For QuickSight, deep dive is there. For Glue, couple of courses are there which is showing that how the Glue features and how the transformation things are going to work. So feel free to refer this. And I have not used any other course, so if you have any other preferable choice, you can go ahead with that. There is again the other provider who is releasing the course in market about data analytics specialty. Again, it's a choice to choice. My preferable choice, learning from one platform. I am not a big fan that doing the same course for 2 to 3 different things, but not focusing on my own research and knowing the things and practice. So Again, if you feel that you want to go through the same courses, maybe Pluralsight or provider A, B, C, up to you, but it depends upon your timeline. So I am following the Pluralsight because yes, I feel all the good content, deep dive things are available, and the rest is again your own practice and research. Be it any course, it will cover maybe 30-40%, that's my view. So after that is your own. And then I found couple of good videos. If you open the AWS YouTube channel, AWS having a different channel, AWS Event, Online Tech Talk, and AWS its own channel. So I found this video is important as a brush up. Like after completing the course, doing some practice, I was just want to quickly again revise the concepts. And again, another thing what I can say, that exams are not getting updated each and every day. It will take time for the exams to entering the new question set, but the features are coming. So don't try to follow the what I can say, the latest and greatest video, because maybe it will not covering those things. It will cover for the practical and the real hands-on and deployment for your customer experience perspective, but for the exam perspective, maybe follow a little bit older video. So I find this video is covering each and everything, and speaker is explaining each and everything in a very well manner. So again, I will drop the link. And the same with for glue, I use this video and really it helped me to clarify some concept. And the same with EMR. All these things will be in the link. And now coming to the important part and the answer of question, that I am not doing any project on big data, but I have an experience, or I am doing a certain part of the entire project, but I am willing to appear for data analytics exam. So how I can prepare? That is a kind of a question I'm getting. So this is what I can say, the gold mine for anyone who wants to learn about AWS. I have personally completed couple of workshops. So you just come here and just what I can say, filter it. So start doing from the database and especially analytics. So you will see excuse me. So you will see the different workshops are provided here. Redshift deep dive, I can say you will get enough knowledge about Redshift, because it is not covering only one aspect, but Oracle to Redshift migration, that is something, and data visualization as well as the admin perspective. The reading content is less, but all the practical work will be there. Again, not everything covered in a free tier, it will cost some money. So prepare and plan your budget. I can say at least have a $50 of budget to do these labs, but make sure you terminate the labs after you complete it. Don't run it, otherwise it will burn your bill. But really much helpful this I can say, because not everything we can simulate, but thanks to AWS and their training team for bringing this workshops all together on a single place. And I'm really happy. I started not only for exams, but doing my own POCs and preparing some quick demo for my client presentation. You will get all kind of content here. So try to do, I personally say Redshift 100% you need to do. Analytics on AWS for sure you need to follow. And then real time with Kinesis, you will get lot of clarity. Please don't think that you need to maybe sit and think that until unless you will get a project. For just a practice, even exam is not an end goal, but you will get a clarity and have some budget for this. So that's about this exam, and I say all the best to everyone who is planning, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any question, feel free to reach out to me, drop the question in comment, or you can mail me, or you can connect with me on social media, and share this video in your circle. Thank you.